Trouble Busters!
My name is Akashi. It's been 2 years since I've been divorced from my ex-wife, Mika. Between us, we have had 2 daughters in my ex-wife's hands. The reason for our divorce was her affair with another man. After I found out that she had cheated on me multiple times, I was finally done with her and got a divorce. To this day, I still somewhat regret making such a reckless decision. However, Mika was definitely in the wrong in this situation. The only reason why I regret it was because of my daughters. One day, I was presenting during a work meeting, and suddenly I got a sudden pain in my chest and collapsed in front of everybody. Our company shares a... Hey, Akashi! Are you alright? Hey, Akashi! I was immediately taken to a hospital. When I opened my eyes, I realized I was in a hospital bed. When I woke up, I saw one of the nurses, Hikari.
Oh, you're awake!
Huh? Where am I? Are you an angel?
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
It's okay, you just woke up. The ambulance brought you all the way here after you collapsed. I'm not an angel and you're not dead yet. But you're all right now. You should take a few days off and you'll be good as new.
Is that so? Okay. Now, I remember I was doing a presentation when I suddenly fell unconscious. I know it wasn't because I was too nervous. I had all that stress built up over the years. I fully recovered after 2 weeks in the hospital. During that time, I fell in love with a nurse who took good care of me. I used up all my courage and asked her out, and she said yes. Apparently the feeling was mutual this whole time. It was like a dream come true. Afterwards, thanks to Akari's encouraging words, all my regrets of my past marriage went away. I still couldn't get over my 2 daughters, but it was a big step in the right direction. After 1 year, we got engaged. After visiting each other's parents, we decided on a date and venue. I thought this relationship wouldn't go well after my last one failed, but Akari was very patient with me.
The past is the past. Everyone has a hiccup or 2 in their lives. The most essential thing in life isn't where we are, but where we're headed in the future.
After hearing her words, I started to cry like a baby. She really was an angel sent from heaven.
Are you crying?
No. That was when I decided to dedicate my life to making Hikari happy. 2 months later, we were finally getting married. Hikari looked like an absolute life angel in her wedding dress. We finalized our marriage vows in front of the priest with bright smiles. I knew it was my job to not let that smile fade away. The wedding ceremony went great, except for the last bit. Nearing the end of the ceremony, I saw 2 people looking directly at me. It was my daughters from my previous marriage. I immediately told Hikari what was going on. I went to check on my daughters. What's going on? Achika? Nino?
Daddy, you have a new mummy!
Yeah, but seriously, what's going on? How did you know this place?
Mummy told us.
Mom? I see. Somehow, someway, my ex Mika found out about my wedding. I didn't understand why my 2 daughters came by. I was surprised to see them because I was trying to get in touch with them through my ex-wife, but she constantly ignored my messages. So I didn't understand why she would ever send our 2 daughters now. So, why are you 2 here today?
Mummy died from a disease. Daddy, help us.
It was as if time had stopped for a second. My daughter started crying. That was when I heard a loud voice behind me.
Akashi, what are you doing? You have to help them. Trouble Busters.
When I looked behind, I saw Hikari yelling at me in her wedding dress. Hikari? You're right. What happened?
Mommy died in the hospital. She became sick after you left her.
What? Really?
Yeah, and we got a new daddy, but he said he couldn't pay for the hospital bills and left us.
What? Is that true?
We went going to the school to eat lunch. So we were at least able to eat something every day.
I didn't know you were in such trouble.
Every day after school, we would visit Mommy in the hospital. But when we went to her room today, she wasn't there. We remembered Mommy telling us you were getting married today, so we came here. It's our last chance to get in touch with Daddy.
Hikari and I patiently listened to their story and immediately called the hospital that Mika was in. My daughters were not lying. Mika was really dead. And her husband left her. So he didn't have to pay for the bills. I just promised myself to not make Hikari unhappy, and I didn't want my past life to change that. That was when I looked at Hikari's face, which shocked me. Instead of feeling down from the news, she was patient with my daughters and comforted them.
You two want your daddy to help you, right? Yeah, but we don't know how. Do you two love your daddy? We really love Daddy, but Mommy split up with him. Okay, but before that, are you two girls hungry? There's a lot of food here. You can eat as much as you want. Don't worry, Daddy and I will take care of everything.
After listening to Hikari's words, the two girls started crying. Then Hikari gently hugged the two, reassuring them everything was going to be alright. Afterwards, we were able to successfully end the wedding ceremony. We were planning on having a follow-up party right after, but cancelled it to deal with the problem at hand. I was surprised that Hikari was willing to spend her once-in-a-lifetime event helping others. I felt bad for ruining her day. Afterwards, after hearing that the life insurance on my ex-wife was going to be paid, her husband came back home to collect the money. He didn't even go to her funeral. However, Ichika and Nino have already moved into my house. This was all thanks to my ex-wife's last wishes.
Ichika, Nino, I'm so sorry. I know you had a rough time getting along with your new dad, and I apologize for giving you such a hard time with him. I know it will be hard to read this, but I wanted to tell you something very important. When I die, my life insurance will cover much of the living costs. I'm giving it all to my daughter, Ichika. I'm guessing your new dad will come crawling back after he hears about the money. If you really need help, I won't be able to be there for you too. But please, ask your old daddy for help. You'll be surprised at first, but he will understand. He's your dad after all. I've no doubt in my mind that he will help you too. He's that kind of a person. I'm sorry for leaving you so early, Ichika and Nino. Thank you for everything.
Mika knew from the beginning that her husband was only after the money. That was why she told her daughters to look for me. When we saw the letter, Hikari didn't mind it. In fact, she went to her close friend and lawyer, Midoriko, to adopt the two daughters. When they first came into the house,
Hello! Hey! I want to be your new mommy. Is that okay?
after taking a look at Hikari, they said,
Okay! And also, you girls are going to be a sister. Sister? Yep, I have a baby in my tummy right now. It's going to be hard raising this baby by myself, so could you girls help me? Sure!
That wedding day, the girls weren't the only ones saved by Hikari. I was also saved by her. As for Mika's current husband, he decided to rob a bank after hearing the news that he won't get any of the insurance money. He was eventually arrested and is now in jail. I hope he rots in jail for what he's done to my ex-wife and daughters. I suddenly remembered what Hikari told me a long time ago. The most crucial thing in life isn't where we are, but where we're headed in the future. Many people in the world are precisely like Mika's husband. That's why I decided, for the sake of my family, to never walk in the wrong path. And this is how I was able to marry the perfect woman.
Trouble Busters!